Hey class, so what we're going to do today is tennis. So what we're going to do, we have 3 courts set up here. As you can see, we're going to use the lines the best we can. So the end line here is going to be the black baseline and then extend it to this orange line. And the same thing goes for that side. And then inbounds is going to be the gray lines for the most part on each court. Give or take a couple feet. So what we're going to do is partner up, grab a court with your partner, and over there we have rackets and tennis balls. So everyone grab 1 racket and 1 ball per group. And then find a court. One person on each side of the court. We'll check the film on that. The all yellow or green, whatever color tennis balls are, bounce better. The red ones don't bounce quite as well. That's all I got. And then you spread out so one of you is on each side of the court. Alright, hold the balls for 1 second. So real quick before we get into this, just to go over what we already know. Grip on the racket, we're going to use a continental grip, which is just your standard grip. So a forehand grip, you want to hold the racket nice and loosely, which we already know. As you're going to strike the ball, you want to firm up your grip and then come from low to high. So right now, all we're going to do is a little bit of volley. While we're volleying, I want you guys to really put a little emphasis on just hitting the ball nice and high in the air and kind of having it float down, all right? So just volley, no score for now. Like I said, emphasis on just trying to hit the ball up in the air a little bit, all right?
Okay, good start. You have the 3 nets. Everybody is on target. On task. The grip at this level, well, maybe important to use it, to say it. But right now, for him to emphasize that the task is going to be just a volley, just to keep the ball higher in the air, based on what is coming, it's a good start.
One more minute here, 1 more minute. I'm trying to keep it a little higher.
So pretty much they're just warming up. Always a good idea to start with when it comes to the tactical games approach. Why? Because everything comes from an observation of what they can do, and identify what problems would be. In this case, based on this exercise that we're doing with these micro teachings, the problem is already given to them, so they're just setting it up so they teach that tactical aspect.
Good. Hold the balls and bring it in. You guys can stay on that side of the court for right now. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over the lob shot. So as just from watching that, I saw a lot of you. I saw a lot of you. You tend to try to cheat to the front of the net. So in tennis, you serve it from all the way back here, as we know. From here, when someone returns it, they're a lot closer to the service box up here. So when they return that serve, they're already in the middle of the court. From here, they're going to try to keep the middle to front of the court. So what we want to do to address that problem of having pushing our opponent back, we don't want them to cheat forward because it's very easy for them to get points on us. So when they're cheating forward, the solution to that is going to be the lob. So in order to perform the lob, all we're going to do is hit the ball. So if Eric was playing against me on that court, Eric would hit his ball. So you're going to hit your ball and try to hit it. Sorry. I'll drink it. So Eric is going to be up close in the middle, pretending he just served it to me. Come forward a little bit. And I'm going to try to hit the ball over his head and land it in the court. So that's called a lob. In order to successfully do the lob, what we're going to do is get in a nice nice athletic stance, so knees bent. Again, racket in our hand. We want to make sure the racket face is open. So we don't want the face closed. It should be open like that so we can get a nice arc on it. From here, when we hit the ball, we want to follow through from low to high, which again is going to help that ball go up and down. So Eric, if you could come up a little bit, throw me the ball and then creep in a little bit. So here, racket face open, hit it low to high, and then you want to land it just before the black line. So what we're going to do to focus on this is, sorry, I can't make you get the ball. You're going to go with your partner again. You go back. You borrow your racket. I'm taking everyone's racket. So I would throw Eric the ball. You're going to work on the lob now. So all I'm going to do is throw the ball, give him a bounce, and keep my racket up high. So if he's able to do that in a game, think about it. If you hit the ball up, the player's going to try to come up here and hit it. So if you can clear their racket, that's a successful lob. And again, what is the lob used for? Anyone? Feel free to call it out.
To make them go back.
To make them go back, yeah. So the lob is going to keep them from just sitting in the front of the court. We want to be able to push that opponent back, or if they are cheating forward, if we hit the lob, we can score. And if we can score on the lob, again, it's going to push the opponent back by knowing, oh, okay, they have another shot in their arsenal. I can't just sit at the net all day. So we're going to go back in our partners, and we're going to work on that drill. So everyone grab about 3 balls, and you're just going to bounce it to your partner just like that, and as soon as you bounce it, racket is high up, and we want to see nice athletic stance, open face racket, and hit it from low to high, and arc the ball over their head and land it inbounds, all right? Any questions? All right, let's get working on that.
Okay, that was perfect.
Yeah, let's,
Perfect in the sense that the movement and skills were very, very clear. He demonstrated it. He took the time to demonstrate. The lob by itself is a tactic, so
we're gonna go
just the drill by itself,
all
they
per
practice
person,
it,
go
they're practicing
all
the
three balls
tactic
before
per
you
se.
collect
They
them,
already
then
know
we'll collect
that
them and switch
the whole
sides.
idea of doing the lob is just to
Racket
push the
goes
opponent
up.
back to the back court
Good, yeah.
when the
basketball is the way it was.
opponent
Try to
moved.
keep this side with it if you can. Good, very good, nice. Allison, very good. The one thing is when that ball's coming to you, get a little lower so you're ready for it. Good. Come low to high. Good. Again, ideally outside, we won't have the ceiling. You can hit it a little higher. For now, just try to take a little something off it so we can keep it off the ceiling. Once you get those 3, you can switch. If you're the one throwing the ball, you're close to the net. Good, Jordan, low to high. Excellent, good. Take a little more off that, but that was very good execution. Athletic stance, open face racket, and low to high. Good, so a little more force on that so you can get it over his head.
Dude.
Try that again, because you had another ball going at you. Try again. Right now, try to extend your arm a little more. Right now, you're getting jammed in here, and you're hitting like this part of the racket. So you're going to hit it right on the button. Can everybody go one time? Yes. All right. So we're going to go back to our game. Can you guys tell me what are we really going to focus? 1 second, actually. You guys keep practicing a little more. Let me set up one more thing.
Okay, good improvisation right there. Good catch. They continue. Perfect. That was in.
The first 3 were good, those 2
All right, hold the balls. We are going to go back to the first game with a slight modification. So what we're going to do, as you can see on this side, we have poly spots. So if you're on this side of the court, you have to stay in front of the the poly spots. We're going to do this to really emphasize our tactical problem, which is pushing the opponent back. So when they're up, we're going to try to really work on the lob. So only this side is able to score. So you guys are going to play a regular game of tennis, just that you have to stay in front of between the net and those poly spots. When you guys hit it over to them, now of course they have to stay in front of the poly spots, so they're playing close to the net. So what do you think we're working on here? Lob shot. And what is the lob shot in purpose for? What does it do?
When their opponent's up, it pushes them. You want to push them back.
Exactly. Push the opponent back so they can't get comfortable and try to cheat forward to get easy points. So let's work on that. Again, just a regular game, stay in front. You can only score on that side. We're going to go about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to switch sides so everyone has a chance to score. Any questions before we start? Let's go.
Okay, this is another condition. We kept it a little bit more realistic. They can do a little bit of a volleying here. See, like for example that you just left it in the net.
Good. Excellent job, Allison.
Out of
A
bounds.
little less off that, but that was very good. Good, Ryan.
Out of bounds. You see, it's just that they can play the game, and with now this side is going to be emphasizing that lob over those spots,
Good.
making
Remember,
sure
if
that
you're not
that
in a
ball
position to
goes
use the
all
lob,
the way
you don't
up.
have to use it right away. You can play a regular game, and then when you get that forehand ball hit to you, you can go from low to high and use that lob shot like we talked about. Good. That was close. It might have been on the line.
Want me to start this time?
Let's see it, Ryan. Oh, that's a little lighter thing. Get that racket. Good, Allison. A little less, but that was good. You came low to high, and we're able to get a nice arc on the ball. Now you're feeling good. Take another 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch sides.
Lower.
Keep track of how many points you score using that lob and getting inbound successfully. Good, now you see my shot. Let's go one more volley each, and then we're going to switch. One more, try to get one last point. Good, hold the balls and switch sides on the court. Whatever score you got, just communicate it to your partner, and now your partner's going to try to top that score.
We'll see.
There you go.
The only thing I want to say is in terms of the feedback, just to continue to give feedback. He's working actually on the less force and whatnot, but also very important for them just to that swing of the racket. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Individualized instruction, individualized feedback in there. Very good.
That's all right. I'm on my pocket. Get this.
Yeah, this is up to par. By itself, the lob is
A little less, but
tactic.
very good job.
It was explained. It was they were placing their conditions. The conditions were appropriate to what they were doing in gameplay. Very similar. This condition by itself with volley spots is forcing them to apply the lob, so they have a stronger point of reference, and it's dynamic. You know, it's exactly what they do in game. So of course modified because we're inside of a court, but that is.
Take another minute and a half. Good shot, Sarah. Very nice job.
That was general feedback, very good. So he's paying attention. Very good.
Good job, Sarah.
Try not to hit it so hard.
Let's see it. Ready stance, nice and low. under it a little more and finish higher up with your follow through.
Oh, my bad, Aaron.
Another 45 seconds, 45 seconds. Try to score some points. Nice, good shot. Excellent job, Sarah. She's got it down in the middle board. Good, Ronaldo, even over the basketball. Look at you.
I think I got this one.
You got it though. I like the form. I like nice and low and you're finishing up high. Last volley, try to score another point if you can. You rush that one a little bit. You have your racket closed a little. You want to open that up. Good. Nice volley. Good job. And hold the balls and bring it in. Excellent job. That game looked very good. A lot better than the first, guys. Great job. We'll just wait for Eric. So, what was one of the problems that we ran into with tennis? What is one of the big issues that people are able to kind of do to score some easy points? Staying closer to the net. So what is a good solution in order to keep people on it so they can't just cheat forward to the net?
The lob shot.
The lob shot, exactly. And what are a few things we do with the lob shot to perform it successfully?
Make sure you start under and drive up.
Exactly. Start low and finish nice and high. Anything else?
Open face racket.
Open face racket, and one more. Anyone know it? Athletic stance. Want to get nice and low so you're ready for that ball, and then you can finish low to high. Excellent job today, guys, and yeah, see you next lesson.